Don't let your woman keep you in debt, part 3. Don't let your woman keep you in debt, part 3. What's up, everybody? My name is Kier, and you are watching The Important Things That Really Matter. Today, we're going to be talking about Don't Let Your Woman Keep You in Debt, part 3. This is a very, very important video. There's a lot of wisdom in this video series. I'm going to probably do 4 or 5 parts. This is part 3. The first 2 parts that I just did talks about a particular situation, which basically in a nutshell, this female basically deleted her husband due to putting the whole family in financial stress. Once again, you need to go back and look at parts 1. You need to look at parts 2. It talks about a particular woman who basically in a nutshell deleted her husband due to financial stress that she was causing. And so you want to go back and watch those things. You want to make sure you also share these video series with as many men as possible, especially as many African-American men, whether they're young or whether they're older. Everybody can learn something from these videos. And so I'm telling you this stuff so that it can end up saving you a whole lot of money. And in this part 3, I'm going to be talking about certain things you need to look for to determine if this is a woman that you need to be with or not, okay? How to determine if the woman is selfish, if this woman's going to spend up all your money, don't give a care about how much that she put you in. We're going to go into that. So share this video with as many people as possible. I promise you that if you subscribe, that you will have access to my channel videos, especially if you go to the playlist and look at the different subjects that I have. You will have access to videos that will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars and maybe even save you a whole lot of pain and suffering. They will save you thousands upon thousands of dollars and will also help to save you a whole lot of pain and suffering. And so we're into part 3 of Don't Let Your Woman Keep You in Debt. Now, men, like I said before, share this video with as many people as possible. Subscribe, pass it on to many men, young men, older men. Do this because it's extremely, extremely important, the information which is on this video, all right? Now, some of the things that you need to look for when you are, say, for dating. The whole process of dating is really and truly to get to know a person. Nowadays, you cannot afford to be just, okay, I'm going to go out with this person just to screw around with this person. Okay, that type of attitude can get you AIDS, can get you HIV, can get you herpes, and can get you all types of diseases. Okay, so your plan should be, okay, I am dating to see who would possibly be a good wife. That's always been my mentality. Is okay, I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna date, and I'm gonna date one person at a time to see and really get to know the person. To get to know the person, you got to ask a lot of questions. To get to know a person, you got to ask a lot of questions. And the only way you're going to know how a person thinks is by asking a bunch of questions. You need to ask questions about the family. How about her family? How was her family raised? What does she think about money? What does she think about spending? A lot of things you're not going to find out unless you ask a bunch of questions, unless you were really trying to get to know her. You want to get to know a person to see if you're dealing with a person that's got some values and morals, or whether you're dealing with a loose person that you shouldn't even be bothered with to begin with. So once again, we're talking about don't let your woman keep you in debt. If you allow your wife, your future wife, or your girlfriend to keep you in debt, you're going to have a bunch of problems. It's going to be hell to try to get yourself out of debt. It's a humongous trap. And one of the things that you need to be looking out for is the person that you're seeing right now. Is this person heavily into social media? If the person is heavily into social media, she's heavily into looking about getting advice from different women that most of them don't even know what they're talking about. And don't get me wrong, I'm just telling you, most of them don't. And they're giving a lot of women bad advice, especially the older ones. You would think that the older women would not give younger women bad advice. There are too many older women that's on the internet giving younger women bad advice. They're telling women, oh, you don't need to settle down. You need to be out there in your 20s, in your 20s, running the street just like they did. Running the street, screwing everybody. Have fun. That's what that means. Translation, have fun. Go out there, screw as many people you want to. Have fun. Well, see, what they tell you, when those women get out there and do those things, the more bodies that they keep building up, the higher the body count is going to make her more and more. It's going to be more and more problematic for her to settle down with one man, because she's only going to be used to being with numerous men, okay? So numerous men and numerous women, okay? The more her body count goes up, the more she's going to have a hard time bonding with her husband. And by the time she decides she want to settle down, which is going to probably be 35 or early 40s or so, or around 40s or so, her body count is so high she may not be able to settle down with just one man, because she's going to be used to being with so many different men. So this is part of the reason why you want to sit down and you want to get to know a person. You got to ask plenty of questions. If you are talking to a woman and she's heavily into social media, that might be a red flag. Because if she's heavily into social media, or if she's heavily into listening to some of the female rappers that's supposed to be this women empowerment stuff, basically letting them know you have a right to do whatever you want to do. If you want to screw around with half the city, screw around with half the city. You know, if they're heavily into social media, heavily into their idols and role models of some of these female rappers, which are giving bad advice, bad decision making, in being exposed to their music, you need to look at that. That may not be somebody you want to deal with. That may not be somebody that you want to deal with. All right. If you are talking about, if you're seeing a woman and she's talking about what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine, she's telling you right off the bat she's selfish. If she's telling you what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine, or she's sitting up here telling you that she feels like even with her degree, she feels like she should be able to spend all her money and do whatever she wants to do with her money. And if you were to marry her, you just supposed to spend the money on all the bills while she does whatever she wants to do with her money. Don't be bothered with her. Don't be bothered with somebody that's got that type of mentality. You all are supposed to be working together. It's not you supposed to be working to help her. She's supposed to be a helpmate to you. Look in the book of Genesis. You know, I don't care how many people go behind me to try to talk all that crap. Look in the book of Genesis, in the Bible, it tells you, I will make him a helpmate for him. He's talking about Adam. The woman is supposed to be a helpmate to you. I'm not talking about she's giving you money all the time, but if you're married, you're all supposed to be working towards the same goals. You follow what I'm saying? It's not you being a helpmate to her. She's supposed to be a helpmate to you. Okay? So, and in being a helpmate to you, it will cause the family to grow tremendously. You follow what I'm saying? So if you are going out with a person, you're supposed to be trying to get to know them, okay? If they're heavily into social media, they're the type of person that's very selfish. Every time you turn around, she's talking about what you should be doing for her. What have you done for me lately? My bills. Unless you are married to a woman, you are not required to pay that woman's car note. Because most ladies are talking about they're independent. Okay, you independent. Why are you asking me to pay your car note if you're supposed to be an independent woman? Why are you asking me to pay your house note if you're supposed to be an independent woman? Why the only thing that you as a man is required to do for somebody is to take them out and take them out to dinner or take them out to a movie and other things to get to know the person. And from the back, don't start spending money on a whole lot of money on somebody right from the beginning. Okay, you take them out for a coffee date. If they say I don't do a coffee date, okay, take them out to get some tea. If they say they don't do that, leave them alone. They sit up here telling you you're going to spend a lot of money on me. But if you spend a whole lot of money on her and she's dating other people, she's probably screwing around with other people, then you're wasting money. Because in her mind, I want all these men to compete against me, so I'm going to get money from this person. I'm going to get money and high-end dinners and lunches from this other person, and high-end dinners and lunches from other person, and they're all supposed to compete for me. So she's constantly taking from different people, and you just wasting money. No, you get with the person. One of the first things you should be asking the lady, are you seeing other people? Then rephrase the question. Are you dating other people? Then rephrase the question again. Are you involved intimately with any person? I had a lady one time that was kind of, there was a woman that was interested in me. So I asked her, when's the last time you had a relationship? She said and told me about 2 years ago, something like that. It was about 2 years ago she said she had a relationship. So she's got me thinking that the last time she was involved intimately with somebody was 2 years ago. She just said, no, but if you don't ask the right question, they ain't gonna tell you the right thing. So then I rephrased the question. The first question was, are you dating anybody? I rephrased the question and put it back to her again. When's the last time you've been intimately involved with somebody? She said, last week. But wait a minute. You just told me you weren't in a relationship with somebody until 2 years ago. Now you tell me you just screwed somebody last week? So see, then later on I was like, I wasn't in a relationship with them. We're just screwing buddies. Okay, then you got to ask you, okay, so why am I taking you out, or why I'm trying to get to know you, or about to start spending a little bit of money on you, take you out to dinner or so, if you just finished screwing somebody last week? Why am I spending money? Well, we just friends with benefits. Okay, I cut her off right then and there. No, why would you be with somebody who just screwed around with somebody last week, or screwed around with somebody yesterday, or screwed around with somebody this morning? Or after the dinner date that you take her to, the guy that she's screwing around with is laying up in her bed waiting for her to get back from dinner so that she can bring you half her dinner that you paid for. So these are questions you need to ask right off the bat. Don't waste your money. You find out she's screwing around with somebody else, she's dating other people, then cut her off, get with somebody who's not dating other people. Get with somebody who is not involved in a relationship with anybody else. Get with somebody who's not intimately active with somebody else. Because if she's intimately active with somebody else, and then you get intimately active with her, she can pick up a disease for somebody else and give it to you. Nowadays, it does not profit. And I know I'm actually going off on, taking a side trip, but I'm coming back to what I'm saying before. It comes back to money again. It comes back to money. Don't let your woman keep you in debt. And we talking about the beginning stages. You need to find out if she is seeing other people right off the bat, or you're going to be wasting money. Take them out on a coffee date. She say, I don't do coffee dates. Cut her off. Cut her off at the knees. If she's saying she don't do coffee dates, she don't do tea dates, cut her off at the knees. Go on about your business. You don't need to be bothered. Why are you bothered spending money on somebody who may not be interested in you anyway, and she's just only interested in you paying for dinner because you're funding her food bill for the month. You are funding her food bill for the month. If you don't, she might not even be interested in you, but she just wants you to take her out, spend your money, and feed her for that evening. And then she gonna take a doggy bag home to Pookie, who's laying in her bed, waiting on her to bring the doggy bag home for her, because he's the dog. He's the dog laying in her bed. But you don't know that Pookie's laying in her bed at home. So we still are talking about money. We're still talking about money. You cut all that stuff off in the beginning. If you are in a relationship with a woman, and you are all, and say for instance, y'all say y'all gonna date each other exclusively. But that should be the only person you're dating, is somebody that's dating you exclusively. If she's dating other people, she's probably screwing around with other people. So you still wasting money. Follow me? But if there's somebody that you're dating exclusively, okay, we're gonna see each other. We're gonna see each other. All right. You're dating her and you're always spending money, and she don't never hardly do nothing. You've been seeing her for 3 or 4 months. All during this time, you're always doing for her. She's doing very little for you. Leave her alone. Why do you want to deal with somebody who is selfish? Why do you want to deal with somebody who is selfish? She's expecting you a first date, second date, or third date. She's expecting you to pay her car note. You look, and the person who's supposed to be an independent woman, I don't need a man, but she expects you to pay her car note. She expects you to pay her rent. Why are you going to be with somebody like that? The woman don't even know you, and she's already expecting you to pay her car note or rent. That if you're talking to a woman, and that woman is talking about what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine, leave her alone. She's letting you know she's all about the money. She's all about the money and what you can do for her. And so when you come into a position where you're not able to do for her, she's gonna dump you and get with somebody else. Let me tell you what happened to a buddy of mine. Fair use. Buddy of mine was telling me he was seeing this woman, very attractive African-American woman, very attractive, very nicely built, had a good paying job. Man sat up here and told me, man, I'm seeing this woman. Oh, she's fine. She's bad. She's fine. She's younger. I'm like, yeah, what's going on? She said, yeah. So he's one of these simps. Buddy of mine's a simp. So I had told this boy plenty of times before in the past, dude, yeah, she wanted me to pay her car note. And I'm like, why are you paying this woman's car note, man? Well, I'm just paying her car note. I said, okay. And I told her plenty of times, dude, I don't pay nobody's car notes. I don't. You ain't married to her. Why are you paying her car note? But he's a simp. Okay. So he's paying this woman's car note. So let me tell you how that worked out for him. So my man sister tells me, yeah, man, this girl's bad. She's beautiful. She's this, she's that, she's the other thing. I'm like, okay. He's telling me he's paying her car note. I'm like, okay. So let me tell you what ended up happening. So one day, things got real tight for him financially. He was not able to pay her car note. So I said, well, what happened, man? She got mad. She got mad because he wasn't able to pay her car note. Now, mind you, this guy makes really good money. But whatever happened that particular month, he wasn't able to pay her car note. But this guy makes really good money. But stuff happens financially in life, okay? So basically, in a nutshell, she hung up on him. You can't pay my car note? Oh, no, I can't pay it this month. I just don't have it this month. She hung up. Click. She let you know she only with you for your money. She hung up on him. She was good. She was fine. She was a beautiful woman. So he started to go through withdrawals. He like, oh man, I gotta see her. He going through withdrawal because so he trying to find where he can get the money to pay her car note. So anyway, it take him a few weeks, but he comes up with the money to pay her car note. He calls her up, tells her, I got the money for your car note. This is a couple of weeks later. Girlfriend tells him, it's too late. I've already got it from somebody else. Click. I'm like, dude, man. So I'm like, man, I never had to, I'm telling him, man, I never had to pay for a woman's car note. I never had to pay for a woman's car note. I never had to pay for a woman's house note. No, I mean, now if we go out, I'll pay for dinner. If she's a reasonable person, I'll pay for dinner, I'll pay for the movies, entertainment, stuff like that. I'll pay for it for the most part, okay, because I'm a man, all right? Okay, but you don't want to be with somebody and you always doing for them and they'll never do hardly nothing for you. If a woman is always talking about, what have you done for me lately? You ain't give me no money. You didn't pay this bill. You just met the woman, she wants you to pay her car note. You just met the woman, she wants you to pay her house note. She just met the woman, she wants you to pay. Don't get me wrong. So I'm saying, if you are involved with a woman, and especially if you eating some food and if she's halfway cooking for you, you should give her some money to help supply for the food that she's using to feed you with. Okay, you should throw her some money every now and then. I ain't talking about car note money, but okay, well, hey, baby, here's $50, here's $100. In addition to you taking her out different places and whatnot, that's somebody that you're in a relationship with. It's totally different from somebody that you're not in a relationship with. If you're not in a relationship with them, you keep your costs down to the minimum, because right after you date with you, she might be going out with somebody else or going back home because Pookie's in bed waiting for her. Anyway, these are some of the things that you look out for to keep your costs down. Now, if you're with a person that is money hungry, some people call them a gold digger, all that type of stuff, they're going to put you in a financial hurt bag if you are not able to fund them or pay on their bills like the buddy I was just telling you about. So once again, please share, please subscribe, please like, please share, please subscribe. I guarantee if you subscribe to my channel, you'll have access to videos that will help save you thousands upon thousands of dollars and help save you a whole lot of pain and suffering. Come back for part 4. Come back for part 4. Come back for part 4. Share this video with as many people as possible. Make sure you subscribe. Share this video with as many men as possible. Make sure that you subscribe. All right, now, peace.